everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Lil Lazuli. Today we're going to be asking the question, what is the truth about your connection? This question was suggested to me by someone in one of my previous videos, and I'll go ahead and link her username in the description box if you'd like to check her out. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get started. We have Selenite, Red Jasper, Coral, and Desert Rose. And I'll be honest, the reason I don't use other crystals for choice is because I don't know what they're named. So if anyone knows what any of these are named, let me know and I'll use them. I'm pretty sure the big round one is a milky quartz, but I just sort of picked them intuitively when I went to the crystal shop, and then I didn't get their names, which I just majorly regret now. So. And then also, if you know, I believe this is a calcite. They said this is a calcite geode, which I think geode is just like a mineral in a rock or in like a natural form. I don't know. Anyways, we'll get started with selenite. Okay, so if you chose selenite, this is your reading. So what's the truth about your connection? We'll go ahead and ask the energy oracle cards first. Ooh, they're wet because I put my water over there. It's okay, they're laminated. Sorry guys. Talking to the cards. So what's the truth about the selenite group's connection? What's the truth about pile one's connection? Whoa. Okay, I'll take these. We got adjacent possibilities and walking away in reverse. So with this, I'm getting that there are multiple ways that this relationship can go. And for that reason, you may not want to walk away right away just because you just don't really know the true potential of anything yet, so there's no reason to make any rash decisions at the moment. Just kind of like it could go either way, but it does seem like you guys lack some communication and that this is something that definitely stresses you out. Whoa. Yeah, and it could be, it just feels kind of like a back and forth battle between you, and so it does get really frustrating sometimes, and you do fantasize about walking away and moving on to other people. But for some reason, I'm getting like this sense that you don't know how to work with other people yet. Like you don't know how to collaborate with other people. Perhaps you've been in this relationship for a while and you may feel a little bit stuck and you don't necessarily feel like you're in your power to walk away from it. With this Knight of Wands in reverse, it may just feel like you guys have lost the passion. And so you don't know if that means like the love is gone, or if you like fell out of love, or this is just how relationships go. So let's see, let's get some more information about that. But yeah, definitely with this, I'm just sensing like more so of like patience is a virtue regarding this. We got cheating, which is Knight of Cups in reverse. So it is possible that this person has been cheating, has cheated on you. Chariot in reverse, legal dispute. It is possible that they could have gotten you involved in some sort of legal dispute. Perhaps they, when you got, say you got committed to them and then they kind of brought some debt into your relationship. That's very possible, as well as inheritance. This is the Five of Cups. But at the same time, there could be like two ends of it where you could be stuck in this relationship because you feel tied to this the finances that they provide to you, or that you got roped into some a negative financial situation when you got committed to them. And yeah, so with cheating here, this could be physical cheating or like emotional cheating, or you just feel like this person maybe has a wandering eye, and so you just don't know how to deal with it. But this could be, because it says adjacent possibilities, I'm not getting like this person did this thing and it's like, I feel like if it was like a real cheating thing, then the cards would just be telling me like, end it, you know, it's over, it's something super toxic. But maybe there was cheating on your side as well. Maybe just like fantasizing about something. Oh, that's right, I did get this one. Fantasizing about moving on. And so yeah, perhaps those things just kind of make the relationship a little bit icky and sticky. But I'm not getting like a super bad vibe from it. So if you guys have been together for a long time, just, yeah, well, okay, we got sorrow here, which this is the 10 of Swords. So obviously, like, you guys could cause each other some great pain. And so that's doesn't necessarily pose for a good situation. Let me do a you versus them poll. So how this relationship is for you and how this relationship is for the other person. Okay, so how's the relationship for you? What is it like? We got the Page of Cups in reverse. So yeah, there's kind of like that original romance and attraction has been lost. You feel like it's kind of like not there, but it does feel hidden, especially with this Lover's card. But also at the same time, the Lover's card can mean a choice, and this can mean that you perhaps are looking at choosing, you know, another path, moving on from this person. This King of Swords as well. You might be considering cutting this person off and just kind of going cold with the already following the emotions you already kind of lost. But at the same time, you know there's potential for it to rebuild. So the other person, how do they feel? You have the Queen of Cups in reverse. They see you in a new light now. Which is a little bit confusing to them, because I think they originally saw you as their like absolute everything, but you definitely have run into some issues with this relationship. And so because of that, they just don't know how truly stable or long-lasting this would be. But at the same time, that they would be willing to work on it. So yeah, it just feels like an icky, sticky situation, but it doesn't feel like anything too toxic if you guys both agree on some sort of unity. Working on this sort of getting back to that original loving union that you had. But that would just have to be a choice on both ends. But it doesn't look like either of you are too spiteful toward each other, or it's something that's impossible to happen. But at the same time, you guys definitely have the option to just move on and experience other people, because there are tons of other people in your lives, tons of other soulmates that you can come into contact with that you can have amazing times with. So it's just pretty much how you want to experience life right now in this lifetime. So that was your reading. I hope that helped. If it resonated, please let me know. If you'd like a private reading, that's in the description box down below. And like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Bye. Okay, if you chose the red Jasper, this is your pile. So, what is the truth about you and your person's connection? First, start with the energy oracle. Okay, so you got Angel of Strength and Woman holding a coin. So this immediately looks really positive. It seems like you guys have a pretty stable, loyal relationship, and you find great companionship within one another, and it is also financially viable and stable as well. So that's something that supports both of you and keeps this relationship going, is, the fact that, a lot of people will have love, but there's not sort of the stable foundation that can just make it work. And make it long lasting, but you guys have that. We also have 2 women here. So this is a very gentle, feminine, empathetic relationship that you have with this other person. We have the Devil, Justice in reverse, and the 9 of Wands in reverse. So, but at the same time, I see with this Devil that because you guys are really caring and loving toward each other, it could get into something that's a little bit codependent. So that's something you have to watch out for. You guys might feed into each other's vices. So perhaps if it's like something like smoking, maybe you guys both really like to do it. So you guys kind of like, we'll do it together. And, you know, it just kind of tumbles. What's that word? Yeah, like, you know, it snowballs. That's right. Into something a little bit bigger. And so that's something you might want to watch out for. But Justice in reverse again also is like a lack of balance in life. So I could see like you might get too comfortable in this relationship, and then you guys start like not necessarily taking care of your bodies anymore, and then you gain weight, you know. So that's something you would have to look out. Being with this person is just like not necessarily living up to your highest, you know, healthiest potential, kind of. And that's like mentally and physically. With this, but with this 9 of Wands in reverse, it is a very safe relationship. So that so it's just, that's just kind of like the 2 ends of the spectrum. You know, you may get a little bit too comfortable to where you're enjoying too much of the thing, you know, too much of a good thing, you know. But on the other side, it is a really stable, secure, safe relationship, and you both feel really, you make each other really happy and just overall just comfortable. Like, I think one person is probably really protective over the other person. And so that's really sweet. And then there's also one person who is, we've got 2 cats here. So cats are known to be, felines are known to be very psychic. So there could be one person who's like more intuitive and like as good as like seeing big picture things, and you guys kind of balance each other out in that way. As like one person's like that protective, like her energy, and then the other person's like stands back and like kind of surveys everything. You know what I mean? We got the 4 of Wands in reverse. So there, for some reason, there may be some sort of lack of commitment. This High Priestess, it's like maybe this situation is you guys don't commit to each other, but at the same time you have this sort of spiritual connection where you don't necessarily worry about it because you're like, you kind of get each other on a different level. So you don't necessarily concern yourself with the worldly, like physical things, like something like that, labels like that. Perhaps, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend, 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 boyfriend, boyfriend labels like that. So, or something like marriage. Maybe you guys are like, someone's opposed to something like that. And then with this 4 of Swords in reverse, maybe you guys aren't getting much sleep. Maybe this person keeps you up late at night. Who knows doing what. And then you got the Queen of Swords in reverse. So sometimes because you guys are so connected spiritually, mentally, you don't necessarily always have the best verbal communication. So that's something that you might need to work on. But let's say how you feel about the situation and how they feel. All right, okay, how do you feel about the situation? I use my Rabbit Tarot deck. Holy moly. That's way too many. How do you feel about the situation? Okay, we got babies. So yeah, you could definitely see something long term, and you would consider possibly having kids with this person, or laying down, you know, or creating something that's long term. Yeah, a bunch of cards are falling out. So you like definitely want a lot from this person. Apples in reverse. Yeah, that's another potential card about where you do see a lot there, but with potential, it's like you see a lot of good potential, but then you could also see a lot of bad potential with this person. So maybe that's something to consider as well if you're, you know, continuing down with like a more committed route. The winter landscape, it's like, yeah, you really can't, your judgment does get a little bit clouded with this person sometimes. So sometimes it is hard to, you know, think clearly and really, because you do feel very attached to this person. So that's something you do have to look out for. But overall, you see a lot of good in this, but also could definitely see potential for not so good as well. So it is good that you kind of have that, you know, considering you're already thinking that way, that's already more clear than you're actually assuming that your mindset is going to into it with this person. Okay, so what do they feel? Let's see. Okay, so they got thick fur. Yeah, definitely someone warm. And you're someone who's very warm and cozy to them. You feel like home. And with dog on leash in reverse, yeah, they don't feel like they have a need to go anywhere. You, like, they're just, or probably, this person could probably be a homebody and just like, you know, I like this. I'm in this stable relationship and I'm happy, you know what I mean? So so it seems kind of ideal for this person. And then you got snow as well. Snow relates to this winter landscape where they're, yeah, you guys both know that you kind of cloud each other's judgment so much because you guys are so connected, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know, winter landscape and snow, you guys are a pretty good pairing. So overall, I'd say it's just, you know, look out for things and just make sure that you guys are continuing things and making steps forward in a clear, concise way, and keeping that that channel of communication open. And I think things will go swimmingly for you guys. So that was your reading. I hope you liked that. If you resonate with that, let me know in the comments. And like and subscribe if you'd like to see future videos. And then also comment if you'd like to suggest any other video for me. If you'd like a personal reading, that's down below as well. Okay, peace. See you later. Okay, if you chose the coral pile, here's your reading. So, what is the truth of you and your person's connection? All right, we got walking away. I kind of did get a little bit of it, like my back started hurting up in the top, like as soon as I started pulling cards, and that always feels just like kind of like a heavy energy. Blossoming abundance in reverse. So yeah, I think you might be considering walking away from this person. Blossoming abundance in reverse, you just don't see much potential for it to grow anymore. And it's a little bit disappointing, but at the same time, you are feeling more empowered. It's like you, with the patience in reverse, it's like you put in the time and you put in the effort and it just didn't pan out the way you wanted it to. And you didn't get your needs met like the way you wanted it to. And so ultimately you are looking at walking away from it. And that's what the reality of the situation is that perhaps might be the best route. Okay, so we got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Hanged Man, and the Eight of Swords. Yeah, it's like you've been kind of trapped in this situation for a while, definitely like trapping yourself in your mind. With Queen of Pentacles, perhaps you don't feel stable enough to move on from this relationship. And so that's maybe something that you might be waiting on. It's just kind of get your coin up a little bit, maybe save up to move out and be able to break it out for this person, or just kind of get some sort of career, something going for yourself before you remove this person from your life, because, you know, a relationship's a relationship and it's hard to get rid of when you don't have anything else to kind of be there for you. But you can see a lot of happiness on the other side. You know, you just kind of have to break out of those like mental shackles that you've been putting yourself in. And you got the Queen of Swords and the Hermit in reverse. Yeah, I just feel like on your side, the feelings have kind of died for you, and you have just gotten so much more cold with this person. And maybe they are, you know, reaching out for you and trying to figure stuff out, you know what I mean? But with the Hermit in reverse, it's like, it was still the Hermit, you know, it's just the Hermit in reverse. So it's like, they're still not doing the best that they could, you know, to like revive any sort of relationship with you. So you're just like kind of done with it because you don't deserve the Hermit in reverse for like a long-term committed relationship. You know, that's not cool energy. You know, that's better than the Hermit, but not necessarily like that giving to you. You know what I mean? But with the Three of Wands in reverse, you're not seeing a lot of prospects for the future, so it's just hard for you to think forward to or look forward to a future without them. So that's just like kind of something difficult that you've been going through. You got the Thorn Bush and the Moon. So yeah, the Thorn Bush, the longer you take, the more you see sort of negative situations and negative things that you don't like about the person come up. But with the Moon, there is still that kind of mystery there of like, you don't know what's gonna happen with the situation. So let's pull some cards and let's see how they feel about the situation and how you feel. So we'll start with how you feel. Even though it looked like the whole reading was kind of basically how you felt. We got the Six of Cups in reverse and the Five of Wands in reverse. So, Six of Cups in reverse, it's kind of like, even like the good times you had, those have already been soured as well. You just aren't even getting because that's just a card of nostalgia and stuff. So you're just not sort of feeling those sort of warm, gushy emotions anymore. And with the Five of Wands in reverse, it could be that your person is surrounded by a lot of people of the opposite sex. So or whatever like your gender is, they could maybe surrounded by a lot of people like that. And so you just feel like they have a lot of competition and you don't want to deal with that. It's not something you probably even feel secure in. So, and judgment. You just feel like you have to make some sort of judgment about this soon. So how does your person feel about the situation? Being tight-lipped, I see. Oh. We got the Emperor. That's funny. You know, the Emperor is very cold. Like, I got that feeling too with the Hermit in reverse. Like, this person's just standing there in their ego and just not giving you a lot to work with. And that's what's like mostly frustrating you. And so you're just like, why am I doing this? It's just like, you're like, the energy is like past frustrated. It's just like exhausted and you're just like, I want to get this over with because what's the point? You know, and then we got the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords. So yeah, with this, they're like not ready to walk away from you, but at the same time, they do kind of feel exhausted as well. And it's like, it's weird because like this card is this card is like a man kind of standing after a long battle, right? And I think it's supposed to be like he's like victorious about this battle, but like for some reason I'm just getting this energy of more so of defeat. kind of like this guy in the back who's like crying. It's just like, overall, he just feels defeated in the connection too and just isn't putting much energy into it, but he isn't making any moves to leave. So maybe some advice? Any advice on this? Oh, so we got Six of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Pentacles, Wheel of Fortune, and High Priestess. So this is just saying the universe is definitely going to have a hand in what happens here. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Don't be so generous with this person if you've been too overly generous. You know, give as much to them as they're giving to you. And really focus on your happiness, because that's something that will just really push you toward the next step in your life and make you feel less directionless and less aware of what's going to happen in the future. Yeah, and then with this Wheel of Fortune card, that's what I got with the universe is going to be doing its part to do something in this. You know, it's not meddling, but they are going to meddle a little bit and just kind of like arrange situations so things have to happen how they happen. And then lastly, with the High Priestess, it's like maybe the more you get cut off from this person, the more you kind of dissolve that connection with them, the more you're going to be able to become a little bit more psychic and more intuitive for some reason. And so this is just saying, like, definitely feed into that energy and start trusting your gut now. Yeah. So that's what I got for you for your reading. I hope that resonated and that was helpful. If you have any suggestions or that resonated with you, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And if you'd like a private reading, I have that in my description box down below. Peace. I'll see you later. Okay, if you chose the Desert Rose, this is your reading. So, start with the Energy Oracle. What is the truth of this connection? Give me the truth. Just give me the truth. That's all we want. Okay. So we got yin and yang and carrying connections. So yin and yang in reverse. There might just be, you're already sensing some lack of balance within the situation. Carrying connections in reverse. Perhaps you're just feeling, or the truth of it is that this person isn't as caring to you as you deserve. And maybe this isn't like completely out there for some reason. I'm getting a sense that this might be a little bit hidden. And you just kind of like have this feeling and you're just like, something doesn't sit right in my gut. And then walking away too. So you're just like, but it doesn't feel like it's like right there. It's just like, I don't know. Like it's like the first signs to like a bad vibe. So just like, what's the reality of this? What's happening? Queen of Wands in reverse. You might have lost physical attraction to them, perhaps, which is interesting. I mean, that sucks if it's, but like, I've never really gotten that before. Nine of Cups, perhaps. I'm feeding off of like the physical attraction thing. Like maybe they don't necessarily satisfy you and you satisfy yourself on your own. So yeah, maybe they're just like not sexually satisfying to you. Oh my gosh, if that resonates, let me know, because that'd be crazy. Because that's kind of specific. Why did that happen? The Empress in reverse, and then the Two of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you just like don't feel like your total baddie self when you're with this person. You just feel like kind of true, like you feel like kind of locked up Perhaps like maybe you're just away in the house and you're just like, you kind of throw yourself into your work because you'd rather not work on this connection. You kind of just do your own thing. With the Five of Wands in reverse, it's possible that this person doesn't have a lot of people going for them. Yeah, and you just don't feel like you really have to like fight for this. It's just like it's just kind of there. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't feel like a fun relationship where where you do want to like chase that person. You want that person to chase you, and you're just like, yeah, it feels like more of just kind of like a loyalty, like a friendship kind of thing. Let's see. What else? We got the safe bro in reverse. Yeah, it's like you feel like this person can, they're a good comfort, like they'd be safe and stable, but at the same time, like you want to go out and explore other things. It's like you don't necessarily want to be in a safe relationship, you're just like, it just I get the vibe that it's just kind of boring. Okay, so then we got rainbow in reverse. It's like, what? Okay, well, the rainbow can also indicate some like LGBTQ plus, like perhaps maybe this person is LGBTQ plus and you're maybe not comfortable with it, or vice versa, or you maybe want to pursue another person who's like a different gender or something having to do with that. With the many rabbits in reverse, since I was already discussing sexuality, it's possible that maybe one of you is polyamorous and the other person isn't, and so that might be a clash as well. Let's go ahead and pull cards for you versus them to see which, like what your feelings are on it and then what their feelings are on it. So for you, what are your feelings? You got the Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, with the Nine of Wands in reverse, this guy is definitely standing in front of all his wands trying to protect what he has, but you don't necessarily see this as something that you need to protect. You would be okay with like letting it be taken or letting it go. We got the Six of Wands or Six of Swords in reverse. But there's something like you don't want to bring it up. Whatever these feelings are that are just kind of negative and just kind of blah. But the Two of Pentacles in reverse also. Oh my gosh, just landed on the candle. What? Okay, so it's like you do have vibes that you just want to end this relationship. That's crazy. The candle just went out. And it didn't mess it up though, so that's good. But you have vibes of like you want to end the relationship and you already kind of made the decision, but you just don't want to say it, So it's a little bit just like sucky. And how do they feel? Let's see how they feel. You got the Knight of Cups. So they still are trying to pursue you emotionally. But with this they are only a Knight of Cups. They're not a King of Cups to you. So it's like, maybe you were looking for a king and they just can't do that for you. The Magician, and it came out sideways. So it's like they're trying to manifest something with you. They're trying to move towards you. And but it seems like you are putting up a block with them. But at the same time, it kind of feels like they're a little bit oblivious to it. Yeah, like, okay, we got the Nine of Cups. Like, they're satisfied with you. Like, I don't even think they think there's a problem with this. We got cups in every single one of these cards for them. So they're like, their cup is full with you, but there's no cups on your side. So it's like, Well, hey, I mean, come on. There's no cups. How can they actually be happy if you're not really happy? Like, how do they not pick up on that? That's probably something that bugs you too. You're like, what? Four of Wands in reverse. So it's like, so like they know that you don't want commitment with them, but at the same time, they're just like still trying to work toward it. But I don't think they're not, they may be like kind of oblivious, but at the same time, they're not like completely stupid with the Sun in reverse. So they know that there's no potential for you guys to like get married and stuff like that and just like have this happily ever after, or there's very little potential for that, but there are still hopeful that like you guys can forge some sort of relationship. But overall, I just don't feel like you're in it all the way. So that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. If that resonated, let me know in the comments. If you have any other reading suggestions, also let me know. Like and subscribe if you'd like to see more. And if you'd like a private reading, that's in the description box down below. My name is Lil Lazuli, and I hope you have a good night. Peace.